Really wanted to get this little mini micro tutorial off the ground like Friday. I've set myself 3 days, right? Monday's vlogs, Wednesday's crypto, Friday is tutorials. And I don't know why, but I'm really struggling at the minute to get these like assets rolling. Once I get them rolling, things are going to be cool. But I just wanted to show you what I'm doing behind the scenes to like build up to this. I'm actually creating like little incidental animations inside of screenflow. So this one's actually a nested group. So the way I'm trying to do this is trying to build a YouTube pack up specifically for my YouTube channel, but I'll also put these out probably on Gumroad for like $5 or something. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a new effect on each layer. So I've got another one for, let me turn this one off. I've got one for like a tutorial thing. It's just like a slide in. I'm going to use this actually on the tutorial today. Super basic, but like I haven't got the inspiration at the minute. I don't know why. But I was working on a subscriber. Let me turn that other one off. I was working on a subscriber one the other week because I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subs after 11 years. It's kind of hilarious, but I'm determined to break the algorithm in terms of like having enough followers. So yeah, this is kind of like a little subscribe pop-up, like 2 seconds literally. But I wanted to show you this because everything is nested. So if I double click in there, you can see the nestedness of it. If I just scroll this up, you can see how you kind of like things move in, but you can also see like the action tabs. So this is one of the things I love about ScreenFlow over anything else. Is very, very simple to do movement. So you can just like grab a piece of video, you can put an action over the top of it, and you can just like move things out. So I'm trying to find a way you can actually save those actions and effects as style presets. So I kind of have a bunch here that I did for a Peppo video the other week so that I can move certain things around on the stage. But I'm finding there's a lot of power in having those presets. So having something that slides in from the left to the right, for instance, or something from bottom to top. And then everything inside of that layer is inside of this nested group. So you see it creates another tab along the top. So it makes it easier to work with. I've got one for the pop-up, I've got one for the tutorial, and then I've got the timeline. So at a glance, I can just have everything in this YouTube pack. And the reason why I'm trying to do it this way is to make it really neat for the end user. So on a Gumroad download, you'll just be able to jump to one of these tabs. So like jump into the tutorial one or jump into the subscriber one and make your edits on it. So you obviously don't want me popping in on the left hand side. Just replace that with your own graphic and then kind of copy these actions. I think you can right click. Oh no, that's just the curves. But you can pretty much like work these out anyway. I could probably put a little tutorial in the pack to show how to do it. It's just really simple. You just start with the image off the page and then click on the action button underneath the video tab and then move it almost like you're keyframing to where you want it to come in. So you literally start the action at the very beginning and then you move it into where you want it to be, and it does all the keyframing between that effectively. So like you're just animating it in. The powerful thing is though is on the right click with the curve type, so you can like ease in to make it nice and slow and then ease out if you're like moving things in and out. And there's a lot of other different mathematical curves as well if you want a different kind of style of effect. But all I did with these is just time it so that like they kind of come in and that red background hits behind the subscribe and then 2 seconds it's gone. So it's super quick. But another thing I want to say about this is now that I've got the clip as I want it, I also want to be able to use this clip universally in any video I make. So one of the things I do is I do export, and then I'm going to export it. I had a few problems with this, so that's the reason why I'm going to explain it, because I used to put a green background on here and then remove the background in post. But actually I found that if you export them as the preset lossless ProRes with alpha, it maintains this black as an alpha channel. So it just exports it, and then I've just left the rest of it as it is. So with a cleared alpha channel and stereo audio, I guess you could create a new preset and just not encode the audio as well, just to make sure you don't accidentally bring some audio across for something like OBS. But once you've got them exported, I've created a folder structure. I don't know if I can show you this like really quickly. Yeah, folder structure here of the different clips for the different platforms, because I'm obviously making different videos for different assets for different platforms and different videos. So for instance, this is exported nice and clean. And then the last thing I want to show you is that inside of ScreenFlow, if you click on this very far right, I don't even know what it is, some kind of like media panel, there's a variety of different settings in here, and one of them, the third one along, is like a global asset library. So what's cool about this is that if I drag that file that I've just exported into this asset library, I can use it anywhere in ScreenFlow. And what makes that cool is that I can grab it and just bring it to the desktop. So I'm exporting everything at 1920 by 1080, so full HD, and you'll see it will drop it in. So let me turn the other channel off. You see it drops it in as that animation you just watched. I mean, I can't edit that because that's a movie, right? This is the original, but this is just a movie. But it means that wherever I do a video, if I suddenly just decide to do a vlog for YouTube, I can drag and drop from that global library from the right there, and then I have like my subscribe call out, which I think is pretty damn cool. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm working on building this this pack up, which is taking way longer than I want it to. I don't know why, but sometimes building in that additional structure just slows you down. It's just the nature of the beast, I guess. Hopefully that was a cool little tutorial though, and I'm going to be making so many different assets on this right side. It's going to be crazy. Also, naming is very important. Naming conventions. Obviously you can't have it very long, so I'm just, can you rename? See, I'd love to be able to rename stuff in here. So I'm having to rename the file name before I pull it in. And then you got things like logo. I can just drop a mouse logo on there as well, which is kind of neat. All right, I will catch up with you next Friday, which is when this tutorial should have gone out. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.